Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to Market Monday. I hope you are feeling great like Eradicate. Today, we're going to go over the sales that I completed on eBay. We're going to go over those numbers. We're going to go over what I picked up at the card show this past weekend. I vended mostly Pokemon at that show. We're going to go over those numbers, and we are going to discuss some future market plays that I am looking into myself personally for Z's Cards LLC. I'll meet you over there. See you soon. First things first, I want to go over the giveaway. So, I posted a video about a month ago asking for questions that you have for me personally or for the hobby. That is still live. I will pin that video down below, but go comment on that video a question you have for me or about the hobby, and you will have the chance to win any one of these 4 cards. So, a sports card, Dontavian Wicks Purple Shock for the Green Bay Packers, my PC, my home team. But then we have a Zorora Illustration Rare PSA 9. We have a Lugia V-Star Secret Rare Rainbow PSA 8 from Silver Tempest. And we have a Lapras EX PSA 9. So we have these 4 cards live on the giveaway. So if you haven't already entered for that video, go ahead and do that. I will be announcing the winners probably on Friday this week. Friday the 28th, right after Thanksgiving. I have the day off. I will probably be able to record and announce the winner. So good luck. I will post that link like I said. But let's dive right into it, into this week's bulk of Monday, Market Monday, which is what cards sold for. So we had 7 cards. So I had 7 cards on auction ending. Starting off with the Koraidon EX. Actually, this one stressed me out because it never really gained traction. In a PSA 10, it sold for $15 on auction. That was a tough hit. Probably should have been just a buy it now. But then, the Chinese Umbreon and Darkrai PSA 10. Obviously, not being English, it's less sought after. This one ended up going up to $51 last minute. I was nervous. This one was going into $8 going into the last day. And then we get some English. The English did pretty good. Obviously, there's a little bit of a downturn right now in English cards. But I have another couple of other plays that I'm focused on. I wasn't too worried about what they might go. But the Articuno PSA 10, that did $172.50 final auction. Nice little auction there, almost in the 200s. Infernape, I really wanted to get up to $100 on it, but it peaked at $86. So we let that Infernape go for $86. Great steal, great value there. I do have a couple of these raw in my PC that I might send out to grade if it starts to go back up. But for 86, I'm okay with that. This Umbreon is taking a hit right now. The Umbreon Celebrations. I do have a second one that I was not willing to let go of right away. So this one, I said, okay, it can go to auction. We'll see where it ends up. And the PSA 10 Umbreon Celebrations ended up at $255. Not bad. It was a $400 card about a month ago, right before things started to come down. I probably could have been patient, but that's the thing sometimes with PSA. It's all about the quick turn and burns. So, I bought this card for $70, put $20 in for grading. So I put $90 in total to get $250 back. That covers 3 of the other cards. We're fine. We're okay. Then this Mewtwo V actually did pretty good. I'm actually really happy with where the Mewtwo V went considering the Umbreon. And this ended up selling for $217.50. $217.50. Awesome card here. I do really enjoy this Pokemon Go. Mewtwo. PSA 10. $200. Add that to the tracker. And our Mewtwo V-Star to end it off. This one was not gaining traction for a little bit. I was sweating this one out. It's a nice card, but we ended up getting it on auction for $114.50. So that brings this weekend's total sales. However, considering eBay fees and all of that good stuff, we will call it an even $800 in sales. So $800 in sales going back to Z's cards. And the fun thing is we already spent some of that money this weekend at the card show. So let's go over some of these transactions. So I picked up this Darkrai, Raikou, and Mega Rayquaza all in one bundle deal. This one I paid $50 on. Pretty close to market price. I was okay with that. And then Raikou and Mega Rayquaza I had to negotiate down to TCG market. So I think we picked up the Raikou for $30 and then the Mega Rayquaza was for $40. And we will be sending all of these out to grading, which is why that $800 in sales is helpful. So I will be sending Raikou and Darkrai to PSA, and this is more of a PC card, experimental card. I'm going to actually be sending out to Tag. So I'm going to be trying to chase a couple of Tag Pristine 10s here. For whatever reason, I'm excited to see if I can get any Tag Pristines. They do seem to sell better than PSA 10s, so my goal is to learn how to optimize and grade PSA or Tag 10 Pristines. Hefty goal there, but that's kind of where I see maximizing margins in the market. I'm going to try sending a couple of lower end cards, not my quick resell flip cards, off to Tag and see how that goes. I picked up another Dialga V-Star Gold from Crown Zenith. So I do have 4 of them. I have the entire set off at PSA right now. And then I'm going to start a second set. I really want to get sequential 10s on all 4 of them. So this was the start to that for $85. I traded away a Lumineon V full art that I had in my binder for this Reshiram. This is a very clean Reshiram, and we are going to send it out to Tag to see, along with the Mega Rayquaza, how we can do. Then I traded this Cynthia's Garchomp, market value about $31 plus $49 in Venmo. I traded those two. So the cash plus this card in for a Wizards of the Coast promo Mewtwo number 12. Big card there, beautiful card there, but I figured if I could grade this and this comes back at 10, I can double down on profits there. So that's also one of the reasons why I really enjoy trading and sales, is it gives me different grading opportunities that I didn't look for, or just gets me in a better position to take a risk. Then we traded away 2 cards for this Eevee. I traded a $5 card from my $1 to $5 binder and a $3 card. I believe it was a Dark Vaporeon and a Black Kyurem EX. So I traded those 2 for this cute sleeping Eevee promo. That's going into the PC binder. Picked this up for $30. Just a nice SIR from Prismatic. Cool looking card. I liked it. If I looked at the back for grading, I was like, oh, money. And then after I bought it, I decided to look top down. Yeah, that was silly of me afterwards. But I noticed this is not going to grade well. So we'll add that into the resell binder. That'll come to next card show with me. And then how about this? Haven't decided what I am doing with this yet. I had someone doing a continuous trade up challenge with me and a couple of other vendors. One of the things they traded me was a prismatic Evo booster bundle for $55 value. Well, the show started to slow down around 1 o'clock, and I was like, $55. I have a couple of stock in Prismo already. Let's just rip it. And sure enough, we hit this SIR live at the show. This EVEX, pack fresh, super clean, slightly off-center left to right. So it might get a 9, but everything else, it's pretty clean. I'll probably send that off to PSA just for kicks and giggles. And then we traded in for a Glaceon EX. I did trade in a Slowpoke. This was a trade-up challenge as well. So I traded in my Scarlet and Violet Slowpoke. But I like this. I like the Glaceon EX. It's a cool evolution, a newer evolution for me and my PC. So we'll toss that in the PC binder for a little bit and determine what I want to do. And then this one is a little sad, but we traded away a Mega Evolutions Pokemon Center ETB for this Journey Together PSA 10 box topper, Ensrasherum. Now, trading sealed for one single slab card, probably not the best idea. I recognized that afterwards. However, I brought that PC ETB to move, and it's a little harder to seal long term. This slab should not be as hard to seal to stay stored, pretty small, pretty easy to store and hold for long term. And with it being the stamp promo that you can only get out of the enhanced booster boxes, I figured it's almost as safe of a play as sealed Journey Together. If Journey Together, when Journey Together starts to go up, by default, these cards should also follow. And that's because you can only get these cards out of the booster boxes. That's my thinking. To me, I was like, well, this will be equal to a sealed product. However, I could be wrong. But with it being a PSA 10, I figured it's pretty liquid if I do ever want to liquidate it. And we will see how that goes. So that's going straight into the safe. And I'm not going to touch it for 5 years, just like I normally don't touch too much of my sealed product. So this is all about an investment with the Journey Together sealed booster. And eventually, someday, I might sell it as a set. So the box topper, PSA 10, plus the box. So we'll see how that play goes. But that's that's the plays that I made this weekend. Like I said, Market Monday, I kind of want to discuss where I see the market or what I'm hoping to do in the market. And like I said, pristine 10s are this week's hot topic for me. If you do get a PSA 10, you know roughly exactly how much value there is, and it's going to fluctuate with the markets, with anything else. Obviously, singles and slabs are a lot more volatile. However, a Tag 10 pristine bumps past the PSA 10. And so I see an opportunity to get a little better margins by getting perfect cards. So I'm going to be sending out, I have one submission to tag right now. I'm going to be sending out another 7-card submission. And I'm going to analyze how tough they grade, what they look for. I'm going to look through every single card's report and see what I missed, what I thought I saw, what they saw differently, and I'm going to continue to improve. I cannot do this improvement through PSA currently. I I have a general idea of what's a PSA 10. I have a rough 70% gem rate, so I know what a clean card is. But due to the fact that they give you nothing besides just the number in 3 months from now, it's a difficult situation to actually improve upon and to work towards a goal. Tag, on the other hand, offers that grading scale. The tag grading scale, you do have to purchase a more premium service. So this one will just be the 1 through 10, but they still provide the report. So as someone who's always trying to get better and have statistics to follow up with the data, tag seems to be the better route right now for me, because they give me every reason why or why not my card was truly a gem or a pristine, and then I can continue to just submit better and better and better. So that's my little Market Monday. I'm starting to splash into tag. I kind of like what they're doing more over there. I send a lot of my big cards still out with PSA because those are liquid, and for business, cash flow and liquidity is king. But I am making plays with tag as well, and I think if I start this consignment service, I think tag's going to be who I'm going to consign and grade through. So that's a little bit about that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. As always, I appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video. It really helps us out. I appreciate it. And also, don't forget to get yourself entered for the giveaway if you have not already. Well, that's this week's Market Monday. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to continue to build this to be a very personal, community engaging series. Just going to continue to experiment and try some different things. Let me know what you liked and what you didn't like. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. Happy Thanksgiving. I appreciate you. I am truly, truly thankful for you, and I want you to know that. So I will see you on Friday for the giveaway announcement after Thanksgiving, and enjoy your holiday. Peace out.